Vee's Battle of the Sexes recap. Are you guys ready for what's in store tonight? Because I don't think I was ready. The guys wanted to change it up and have a topic about the women, and this is pretty much what happened. Let's get into tonight's topic, shall we? Because the men have come guns a-blazing.
What up, Nia?
Started already. So, tonight's topic is, why do women never hold themselves accountable?
Or each other.
Or each other.
Yeah.
Or apparently each other accountable.
No, I just and like I hope we don't get into too much of a heated discussion about this. I hope that everyone can be void of emotion.
Well, Logic ain't here, so it probably won't happen. Logic and Andre ain't here, so
It seems like women have a hard time holding each other accountable to certain things that they're willing to hold men accountable to. And even even on the show, even on this panel, there's been times where you guys may not agree with each other and admitted to not publicly disagreeing, because that's something that you'll do in the background. So and that I don't understand, because then you'll call out the men in public for things that you disagree with, but then won't do it to each other. But you'll do it in private. So I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'll start off there.
my only, and let me continue. My only issue with that is black women, y'all claim, I'm gonna do the if-then comparison. If you are the leaders of the black community, then you should hold yourselves accountable, because good leaders hold themselves accountable for their actions. So if you are the leaders of the community, you should be able to accept criticism and accountability. I'm done. I'll let y'all talk.
Okay, so I don't believe that women do not hold themselves or each other accountable.
But we say it in public.
In public.
Yeah. Because you guys admitted to saying that you guys will check each other privately. But if somebody says something publicly, you guys won't do it. But then you guys will do it to the men. Easy.
But I think that we do that to our men as well, though, to be honest. So say, for instance, if I'm in a relationship with someone and my man does something wrong in public that I don't necessarily agree with, I'm have to have his back publicly with everyone there. But once we get home, unless it's like real wrong, like completely wrong, but then once we get home, then I'm gonna tell him exactly how I feel. And I feel that women kind of do the same thing to other women. So it's kind of like, oh, I didn't like that you did this or handled it this way. You should have done this. Or, girl, you were so wrong today. You need to call this person and apologize, or whatever. I don't think necessarily that it has to be done in public. Why does it have to be done in public?
She's not say to me right then and there, like not even showing out, but if I do something that she doesn't agree with, or it messes up whatever, she's not going to be like, girl, no, you need to do. In given the situation and the circumstances and our relationship, it's going to be handled privately amongst women, amongst adults, because we're close like that.
All right. So let me ask you a question then. Let me give you a scenario. All right. You guys are out, right? At the club, right? And you're with your girl. And your girl sees a dude that she was talking to at the bar, just having a conversation with another girl. Your girl goes over there and she tells you, I'm about to go and snuff this dude, right? And you guys are like, nah, don't do that, but she's like, nah, he's not gonna disrespect me. And he goes over there and she's popping off, who's this B, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm just having a conversation. And then she snuffs him. And he retaliates. Who gets checked first?
Well,
if you were there, who
by
were you
the
talking
sounds
to
of
first?
things, it kind of sounds like he was in the wrong in the first place.
Could you give me that scenario again? I wasn't paying attention.
Man, you was paying attention. You just don't want to say what you really want to say. Go ahead.
No,
I
wasn't.
Give a scenario again, Dre.
Andrea just going,
Make sure what's going. Well, let me figure out what's going on, and maybe we need to get out of this club.
That part. Because was he very clear in where their relationship stood? So is he openly still? Because I mean, if you're serious about this woman and then you don't kind of let her know, oh, I'm going out tonight with another woman.
you see what's happening here?
They proving our point, bro.
They sure are.
I mean,
they're proving our
it's
point.
just all about communication. No, this just shows that men are very bad communicators.
Yeah,
it's all about communication. Like if we're not together, we're just dating. That's fine, right?
You deserve to get snuffed.
But I've had guys that I've dated, and I've gotten a phone call to be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going out tonight, but this person's gonna be because it's a female. Out of respect for me, you're gonna let me know what's going on." So if someone else did kind of say something, it's like, "Oh, okay, no, know what? I already knew, right? I already knew. There's no reason for me to pop off." But if you're acting shady and doing shady stuff, and you in a club with another chick, and you didn't want to tell the woman nothing, then yeah, I don't care. I ain't checking my girlfriend. I'm checking the man. I'm checking the man to be like, yeah, what's going on?
We getting to the point. So he just grabbed you by your collar and restrained you and shook you, and now you want me to come over there with guns blazing. You know, so like I said, before you jump into something, just start asking questions, because then she'll say, oh, I guess I'm just being crazy again. Oh, I'm glad you figured it out. Well, you have a lovely evening, you know, and we're going on with that. You know, I would say, hey, get on the phone and be like, hey, man, you're sit over here tripping. I say, I told you that she was crazy before I introduced you, but you insisted upon going behind my back and doing it anyway. So guess what? Now you're getting Dominican crazy. So what? You know, like I said, man, watch your back, you know.
So can I say something?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this situation have happened to me and my friends, okay? And we're not gonna be fighting the club. When this situation happened to me and my friends, we left the club. And I was like, we can deal with this. It's at home. This is not important. It ain't worth it. He definitely ain't worth it. And we're not gonna be fighting in the club. So when I say I'm gonna try to defeat the situation already. When I go to the club with my friends, we looking out for each other anyway. At the end of the day, I'm not going to a club who my friends don't got my back and I don't have their back. Number one. So when we go to a place, I'm the oldest anyway. So I'm taking the club out. So my friend, it did happen to my friend. She was about to pop off, and we automatically left because I didn't want the situation to escalate. So my thing is, when you say hold our friends accountable and hold women accountable, I did. We got out the club. Before I knew she was gonna pop off.
What if you guys are at a black-owned restaurant, right? And what?
I know where you're going with this, bro. Go ahead. Now, go ahead. Let him say it. Let him say it.
Let's say
go on, say it, bro.
Black-owned restaurant, right? You and a few girls, right? And they're playing some music, right? Some like hip hop music or whatever, some trap music, whatever they play in these young, yeah. All right, and then one of your girls want to get on the table and start twerking in the restaurant. Okay. Mm-hmm. What do you guys do?
I don't have friends who do that mess. I'm just saying. I'm older.
Come on.
If you are in this position, I know you don't have these friends, but if you did, then what?
I'm gonna tell her to get down.
Stop doing that. You know better. We got some home training. Come on, man.
You gonna do it publicly or privately?
I'm gonna go
right there while she's doing it.
Get off of here.
So what's up, Logic?
Where the hell he been? Nigga, we thought, nigga, hey, listen, bro. I thought you was dead. Where you been?
Like,
Nah, I ain't dead. Y'all don't listen. I told y'all I got research papers and stuff I had to do. When I gotta focus, I gotta focus. I gotta cut off all that social media shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like Harrison. I ain't no professor.
Wow.
Those stuff like that. I gotta focus to do my research.
Wow.
Hold him accountable.
Your scenario is like when I was like 22, 23. I'm gonna be 46. We don't do stuff like that, and we just don't do stuff. The people I hang out with, we ain't got time for that.
Let's talk to your 22-year-old self. If you were 22,
okay, let's talk to 22-year-old Andrea.
What would you do?
I still ain't doing that because I got home training. My mama, we don't go to people establishment.
Not you, your friend.
Okay, my friends. Okay, but my friends are much older than me anyway, and I'm the baby in the group anyway. My friends are 15 years older. Okay, I don't pick friends my age because they stupid. Okay, I just don't.
Andrea, so Andrea, let me ask you something.
I don't know if you guys heard this story. A man was in a boat and he was rowing, and then all of a sudden, another boat slammed into his boat. And when he looked, there was another man in the boat. They got into a fight. But the same scenario happened in another time where the man was rowing the boat. A boat hit his boat and he was about to get mad. But when he looked, the boat was empty. So who could he get mad at? It's like, I feel like we just take out our anger on the person who's just in that scenario. It's just human nature. Personally, that's what I feel like. So for you to say, and this was going against what Harrison said, like you said, if there was a couple in the park and the woman, she just got into a divorce and she was so like, oh my gosh, I just got into a divorce. Look at that lovely couple. And she starts crying. I just feel like that's a totally different scenario than someone who's triggered.
I was addressing triggers. That's it.
Yeah. So. I feel like triggers are like you can't compare that kind of trigger to the trigger that causes someone to hit someone to be violent towards someone. I think they're two different triggers. Honestly, that's just my personal opinion.
There's one definition for a trigger. How we respond to the trigger is different. We can't say that there's different types of like this. There's a different like a trigger is a trigger.
Not to interrupt you, but there's one definition for earthquake, but there's different scales on the Richter. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
But an earthquake.
I feel like women hold each other accountable when they need to be held accountable. I don't think women just don't hold each other accountable.
I agree.
Y'all don't do it in public. Y'all never do it in public. That's why y'all got that stereotype that y'all don't do it.
Why does that matter whether we hold the person accountable in person?
Why is it so important? She got to be put out in front of people she don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand why we have to
downplay somebody. That's why come at you in a different way. She ain't gonna hear you.
Listen. If the issue is done in public, it should be talked about in public. Period.
Not necessarily everybody gonna communicate and everybody's gonna listen. Maybe if she'll listen to me and I'm gonna get my point across if I do it behind the scene and she don't feel like.
Let me ask y'all something.
I don't understand why.
Andrea, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. No, let me ask you something. Okay, now I'm finna go a little extreme, but it's gonna prove my point when I go extreme with it. So if your girl, she got a gun and she finna shoot this dude in the head, are you gonna wait till y'all get in private to talk about don't do it?
Well, you know,
we ain't
gonna I'm not gonna let my friends shoot somebody.
That's my point.
Why do you guys always use different scenarios like that don't have to do with each other? They're different scenarios.
We got too much to lose.
They never come up with something realistic.
Who's trying to go to jail? Spend 15 years in the prison. Nobody.
I got a quick question though.
Listen.
So in these topics, right? We be talking about fictitious stuff or stuff that really we don't be knowing about, right? The people we talk about, we don't know them, right? So in this case of the what y'all talking about, the man hitting a woman, to hold each other accountable in dialogue alone, how do you think that we would expect y'all to hold each other accountable when it really counts? You can't even
But
hold each dialogue on this panel.
But that's the thing. You're talking about holding each other accountable. I just said that women, we do not hold each other accountable. We do hold each other accountable. Y'all argument is y'all don't do it in public. But we hold, whether we do it in public or private, we do both. But when we do it in public or private, we still hold each other accountable.
No. What I said.
I believe that women do hold women accountable. I think that it's just not done in the way that men would appreciate or would want it to be done. But how about we just hold ourselves accountable for our own actions? Then we won't have to argue with anyone, and we can all do what we need to do for ourselves and do the inner work there.
I hope you guys enjoyed that recap as much as we had fun filming it. Guys, don't forget, if you are not connected or a part of the Vee Squad family, then what are you waiting for? Make sure you click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another upload. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Candidly Vee's Sunday Battle of the Sexes. Guys, you guys can always come up here and battle it out with us and have just as much fun as we do. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about the show. And don't forget, you guys can always go to my community tab and make sure you vote for who won this week's Battle of the Sexes, the men or the women. Okay guys, I will see you all next week for another episode. Bye.